Hey, what's up everybody? What's up traders? What's up aspiring traders? Rami Z back at it. Doing a video today. I get this question a lot. I got this question this week and last week off in the comments in YouTube. And I got it on my Instagram a couple of times. It's how do I sell on Thinkorswim? How do I buy on Thinkorswim? How do I place a limit order on Thinkorswim? How do I place a market order on Thinkorswim? Basically, how do I buy or sell on using Thinkorswim? Now, there's plenty ways to buy and sell on Thinkorswim, you guys. But I'm just gonna show you 2 or 3 of how I like to buy and sell on Thinkorswim. Now, 80% of the time I am using limit orders. Maybe 20-25% of the times I'll use the market orders. I'll smack them ask or I'll smack the bid. So in times of, I'll only use market orders, guys, when this volume's really good and the spread's really tight, and I just want to get in and the thing's moving fast. And so I don't advise any newbies to use market orders unless you're paper trading or maybe it fits your style. See what you like, see what works with you. But it's kind of dangerous using market orders. I know I said in the past don't ever use them, or I don't ever use them, but I do use them sometimes in the right kind of situation. But today is Saturday, so obviously I'm not going to be able to do a live trade. So, but what we can do is we can go to on demand using this great tool from Thinkorswim. Excuse me, and we could on demand is a great tool. You can play practice during the day and see what happened. You can go back to any date and pick any date and time and play the stock and practice your strategy. I don't use it that much. I usually practice with small positions because it keeps my emotions in there a little bit. It's good to see. It's good to paper trade to see the volatility and see the price action, but it's also good to practice with tiny positions just to get a feeling for the emotions a little bit. So let me pause this for a second. Let me explain to you guys what we have here. We have a daily chart, we have a 5-day 5-minute chart, and we have either a 2-day or 1-day 1-minute chart. Now, I was looking at this and look, we have support right here and we have some support right here. I don't want to make too much lines, but let me make another line for you guys right here. This thing with the on-demand thing, it's a little lagging. Now we're gonna make this a different color just so we don't have too much red on the screen. Excuse me. Now you see we got some support right here, and the next support. That's why I have the 5-day chart. Okay, if this thing cracks right here, if this thing doesn't hold this, where's the next support at? The next support I see is at the 215, 216 area, 214 area. So let's see how this thing plays out, you guys. And the main important goal of this video is to try to help you, show you different ways to buy and sell. So we're not after a perfect trade here. We just want to show you like where to buy and sell, or how to buy and sell, I mean. So this thing is bouncing at 25, opened up, took a tank. We are in the market, 5 minutes in the market. So let's say today's January 18th, and I'm watching this stock, and this stock's on my watch list. I already did my due diligence. I already have a plan. So let's say I'm looking at this. Okay, if this thing holds this, what is this area? This area is 222. Do I have a lot of buyers? I don't have that many buyers in 222, so this thing might crack. So we're gonna watch this thing. If it cracks 222, the next area I have is 211, 212, and then the next area I have is the $2 area. So I don't want to go back that far unless it just takes a 5-10 minute tank to that area and bounces, but I'm just watching it closely. Right now it just cracked the 221 area, so we cracked our first support. So we're gonna see if we crack through that, or if it's just testing it. We cracked through that support. So a lot of shorts will be hovering around this. They'll be waiting to attack the 225 area because they have a little room for profit. They might try to push this thing down. This thing's already red on the day, so it's going in their way. So this thing's bearish on the moment. But what we want to do is, what I want to do is try to buy the bounce. So I'm trying to buy when shorts are covering, or when a lot of dip buyers are coming on this. There's a lot of guys on the sidelines waiting for a good dip buy too. So when we start seeing shorts covering, it's gonna show as a buy. So when shorts cover, they're actually buying, and then other people come in buying. So that might lead to a little squeeze, you guys, a little bounce up. The harder the bounce, the better kind of. I mean, the harder the drop, the kind of better the bounce. If it's not off like bad news or something like that. So this thing cracked right here. So our next support, we said, is right here. Move this down a bit. Just watching you guys. Okay, now let's just say I wanted to buy in this area. Excuse me. Not that I would in a time like this, like when the thing's still trying to find some kind of support, but let's just say I wanted to buy this. So let's say I see support right here. So I'm saying, okay, this thing's holding my little support area, so I could risk that little support to make 10 cents. I'll risk 5 cents to make 10 cents. So at least a 2-to-1 risk reward. So for example, I want to do a limit order. So what would I do? I would go to, there's different ways to do it, you guys. I could come right here and I was like, okay, you know what? I'll right click this and I'll pull buy. So my limit order is at 215. I'm buying at 215. Let's say, you know what, this thing is going up. I want to move this up to 216, 217. Not that I would in a real trade, but let's just say I did. So you know what, my order is right here right now. Maybe I'll get in for a quick scalp. So right now I'm right here on the level 2. You see me, you guys are here at 11. This thing just barely touched me, didn't get me filled. If I would have moved a little higher, I would have got filled, and I would have probably been out right here. But I'm not going to chase this right now. I'm going to wait for another little pullback. But let's say I just wanted to move it up a little. I just have to press it and move it up. Now I'm at 219. So if I'm right here, I'm at 220 right now, and I'm right here. I'm second in line. Let's see if we get filled here, you guys. Now you can see I'm bidding 220. This guy wants 221. So either he has to come down or somebody else has to come in, or I won't get filled. Let's see if anybody decides to sell me for 220. This is a penny game. When there's good volume, you guys, this is a beautiful spread right here. 1 penny. This thing's getting stuck at 220. Here we go. I should be getting filled any second. They're holding it up, but I see the next buyers at 220. So I'm just gonna be patient for a second. You know, so this video won't be too long. Let me move it up just a penny, just to show you guys. Okay, so let's just say I got filled at 221, and bam. You know what? I just touched 223. So you know what? Let's say I want to sell this. I'll right click this and I'll pull sell. Now I'm selling it right here. But you know what? I want to sell it at 224. So I'm gonna move my sell right here. And you can see on the level 2, I'm right here. I'm at 224. So you can see it went right through my order, didn't get filled. It's probably happened too fast, or it's just a on-demand thing. On demand. Oh, it's because the volume decreased right now, and I don't really have a bidder at 221. I'm the top seller right here at 224. So I need a bidder to come up. Sometimes it happens too fast where you won't be able to get filled. Sometimes there won't be a buyer on the bid size to actually get filled. If I wanted to just smack the bid right here, I would have my big buttons and I would sell to the bid. But I'm gonna do that in the next trade just to show you guys. You can see the stock having a problem at 224. Like we always say, every 25 cents there's natural resistance in the market. Let's say, oh my god, this stock's going against me. You know what? I was in at, how much was I in? Around 220. I'm gonna put my risk area right here at 218. So let's say I want to risk right here 218. I'll sell at 218. If it stomps us out, it stomps us out. I have a mental stop loss, so I'll right click this and I'll pull sell. And I just sold. I'm gonna cancel this. So that's one way of buying. That's another way of buying is hitting this thing. You can put your order in here, see what kind of order you want. You can send whatever. I don't usually use that too much. Another way, let's say this thing is moving fast, and I wanna practice buying the ask and selling the bid with good volatility. So okay, this thing's crashing right now. This thing's crashing. Let's see if it tests our 216 support. Look at the times and sales, you guys. So much selling going on, so much dumping going on, so much short selling going on. Not that much buying going on. But guess what? Right here, all these green guys right here, they just caught this little wick right here. They did bought. Let's see right here, 216. We got a good wall of buyers at 216, but we got a huge seller at 220, you guys. 39,000 shares at 220. We gotta watch that guy. Most likely these guys are shorters. Shorters, look at 49,000 shares now. 491,000 shares, I mean, yo. You always want to add 2 zeros here and 2 zeros here, you guys. Ugly wick on the minute chart. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. Ugly lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We're waiting for a bounce right here. Let's say, you know what, I want 2,000 shares. So I'll have the 2,000 share ready. I'll have auto sign ready, and I'll buy the ask. The ask will be this side, whatever the top guy or the top two guys are asking. I might get filled. This guy has 11,000, so they have more than enough for me, and I'm only buying 2,000 shares. So you gotta watch the size. You gotta watch times and sales. You can see volume decrease. Now the spread's 2 cents apart. But we're trying to catch a bounce right here. We said our next resistance is at this line. I'm gonna make that line green so you guys can see it. Next support, I mean, is at that line. Now let's say it gets to there and I see buyers coming in. Now I want to anticipate a bounce, which I won't usually anticipate. I'll wait till if the knife falls, it's better when the knife sticks to the ground and shows the signs of an uptrend. So I'll try to be a little patient with it. Like right now, I don't like this candle. Right here is getting stuffed in the 220 area. Big sellers, huge sellers. Look at this, you guys. Huge sellers in that area. Looking for some green to come in. Looking for some big size on the level 2 to come in and start buying this. I don't want to be first to the party, and at the same time, I don't want to be last to the party. We're not going to get the timing down perfect, but we'll give it a little wiggle room, you guys. That's why my risk will be, if I do get in right there, my risk will be probably 5 cents to make 10 cents. 11, 12 cents. So at least a 2-to-1 risk reward. I'm going to speed this thing up a little bit. I forgot it had the 3x speed button, so this video won't be too long. Let's speed this up. Show you guys how to buy the ask. Another way I buy is on the phone, you guys. You could have your phone app on, and you can have your limit order ready and just press send whenever you're ready. I do that sometimes when I'm away from the computer, or I'm just sitting far away from it, or sometimes I'll be lazy and just do it on the phone really easier. Just got used to it. So, but I do buy off this too sometimes. Now look at, we're crashing. Now we're seeing signs of an uptrend. I got a lot of buyers right here at 215. So let's say, you know what, I want to buy the ask. What's the ask? 216. Let me buy it. It just dropped to 213. I'm buying the ask. So boom, I buy him the ask. Even though I see green on times and sales, I see red too. So I'm just gonna give this a little wiggle room. We said my stop loss was gonna be what, 208, let's say. And I'll sell in a 220 area if it gets back there. Right now I'm seeing a V-shaped pattern, a doji coming in, but I'm seeing a lot of buyers coming in. First green candle. Now, if you want to wait for the first green candle to make a newer high, you can, according to your risk reward. Now this thing's getting stuffed again. So I just bought 2,000 shares on the ask, you guys, at 213. I removed the P&L, guys, because I don't want to trade the money. I want to trade the price action. So a lot of times I'll be impatient when I see someone. I just want to take the money. It's good to lock in profits, but if the trend is going my way, I'll just follow the trend for a few minutes. So right now the bidders are at 215. This thing's, I could sell to the bid in my area. The bid's 218. I just want to try to, it's testing 220. I'm trying to get past 220. Sell to the bid. Just sold them, you guys. Sold 2,000 at 219. So bought it, so made a 4-cent profit doing it that way. Okay, there's another way you can do it too, where you can have your active trader. I don't use active trader a lot. So you can buy the market, sell the market. You can customize this to how you want it. You can do limit orders, limit sales. There's different ways. There's even a trade button here where you can just have your trade. You can customize this as well. You can have your take off the defaults and see whatever you want, whatever you like on this. And another question I got real fast, I want to address this real fast before I close this video, was how do I make my volume bars green or red on the charts? A lot of people ask me that. So let me show you guys. Go to style, go to settings, go to appearance, and go to color as symbol ticks right here. And we press apply, and then we press OK. Then you see your volume bars are red and green. Like I was saying on my prior video, you just look at the candle bars, and whatever that color is, most likely the candle will be the same color as that. You can see this is red, this is red, this is red, this is green, this is green. It's usually the same color as the candle on top. Now I hope that helped a little bit, you guys. My top 3 different ways: right clicking. You can even set up your like if I go to big buttons, you can set up this to have the, let me get rid of this trade. You can set up this, you can customize that to how you want it. You can set up this to like how I like it, buy the ask or sell the bid. You can have this ready before you trade. So I hope that helped a little bit. And there's plenty of other ways of buying and selling, you guys. The easiest way I like is to right click the chart, setting my limit order, or sometimes buying the ask or selling to the bid real fast to catch little scalps here and there. Hope that helped a little bit. I'm going to be doing a video on screeners real soon, how I use my screeners during the day. Let's get out of on demand, how I have my pre-market screener set up, how I have let me show you different screeners. How I have my low flow scanner going on right here. Let me move this out the way so I can go through that easily. How I have my low flow scanners ready for during the day. I have my extra low flow, and Thinkorswim doesn't have a float, but I just have it by shares. As long as it's under amount of shares outstanding, I know it's going to have a low flow under there. How I have different watch lists and how to load these scanners up and be ready during the day. So hope that helped a little, you guys. Keep practicing. Do your due diligence. Again, whatever you like. There's plenty of ways to make money in the market. There's thousands and many ways. I just show you guys sometimes my strategy and how I like to play the market. So I hope you guys have a great year. To anybody who has any questions, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Please give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Peace out.